everyone. I'm excited to read some more chapters of this, but before I do, I want to show you something. Come here, Archie. This is my new kitty, Archie. He is really sweet and really good. He loves to explore. And he's super friendly and cuddly. So maybe he'll join us during our read aloud. We'll see. Do you want to sit? Okay. Oh, no, there he goes. All right. Oh, he's plopped down right next to me. So I'm going to be reading chapter 8. That night at supper, I told Mamère and Pépère my plan. You're 12 years old, Mamère said. It's enough for you to sell bee houses at the store. I could feel myself sitting up straighter. The more people who see the bee houses, the more chance I have to sell them, I told her. How are you going to get everything to the blueberry fair? Mamère asked. You can't take it all on your bike. So I glanced at Pépère. Oh no, Mamère said, shaking her finger. The festival is a big weekend for us at the store. I can't lose Pépère that weekend. Now remember that after talking with Hannah, Lily decided that she wanted to try to sell bee houses at the blueberry fair and rent a booth for $100 so that she could raise more money for her dog Lucky's eye operation. It seems like Mamère is not a fan of that idea. We could ask someone to help out at the store, Pépère suggested. Oh, and there my kitty goes. You think this is a good idea? Mamère snapped at him. That's just like you, encouraging our kids to leap before they look, so they're never happy with what they have. The "our kids" hung in the air. She meant Mama and me. I looked down at Lucky on the floor beside my feet, his chest rising and falling while he was sleeping. You never know what you can do until you try, Pépère said. I lifted my eyes. He was grinning at me. I grinned back because I knew what we were both thinking. We outnumber her. Mamère must have known it too, because she stopped arguing. Well, it's your money, Lily. I know it's a lot of money. I couldn't think about it too much, or I'd get scared. The next morning, I pulled in a deep breath and took $100 out of my money jar for Lucky. I wished Selma could come with me, but she was raking, and I was determined to do this. I folded the bills up to fit in my pocket, just like it was something I'd do any day. It didn't make my pocket bulge out too far, but it felt so strange to be carrying that much money. As I walked toward town, I wondered if everyone driving by would know something about me was different. Walking up the steps of the First Parish Congregational Church, where I had to drop off my money, I imagined my mama behind me. She whispered in my ear, "Who cares what anyone else thinks? You do what you think is right." Mama never cared what anyone else thought. At least that's what people say about her. Pépère said she had a laugh that carried clear across the store, and everyone knew it was her. She wore long, flowy skirts, even when they weren't in style. I think beautiful people like Mama and Selma have an easier chance of getting away with being different, though. My looks must come from my father, since no one else in my family has brown hair like me. All I know about my father is that he was a musician from New York, and that's where Mama met him. Maybe if things hadn't turned out the way they did, I'd be living there with Mama and him. But Mamère said he was never interested in having children. Lucky, you want to come up? Oh my gosh, I just called my cat Lucky because I was thinking of the dog. His name is Archie. Archie, come here. Come here, buddy. He likes to chirp a lot. Come here. Archie. Here he comes. Okay. Are you ready to read the story? Let's read. Good morning, Lily, said Mrs. LaRue, the church secretary. What can I do for you, honey? Mrs. LaRue isn't just a church secretary. She's also one of the organizers of the Blueberry Festival. She's in charge of renting booths, and she's always a judge at the pageant. Some people think it's funny that we hold a pageant in a church, but it's the only building in town with enough seats. Archie sees his reflection in the mirror and thinks it's another cat. Archie, that's just you, buddy. Oh my gosh, he's so silly. Okay, I'll go back. Hi, Mrs. LaRue. Is this where you can rent a booth for the Blueberry Festival? She smiled. Yes, it is. What are your grandparents planning to sell? No. I licked my lips. The booth is for me. I reached into my pocket and pulled out my folded money. I have $100. That's what it costs, right? Mrs. LaRue stared at the money in my hand. Do your grandparents know you're doing this? I nodded firmly and passed the bills to her. Well, as long as you have their permission. Mrs. LaRue opened her desk drawer and took out a notebook and a receipt book. What will you sell, dear? Bee houses and maybe some food. Definitely bee houses, though. That's my main thing. How about if I put you down as food and miscellaneous? Mrs. LaRue suggested. Miscellaneous means lots of different things. I swallowed the lump in my throat. Miscellaneous sounds good. You'll be booth number 28, she said. The festival starts at 9 a.m. on Saturday, but you can set up on Friday night. I recommend that you wait and bring your merchandise on Saturday, though, because no one will be there to watch it overnight. Would you like a brochure for the festival? It has the full schedule of events. Thank you. I took the brochure and folded it to fit in my pocket. It didn't take up as much room as all those bills. She winked at me. I gave you an extra good spot, but don't tell anyone, because I'm supposed to assign them in random order. See you at the festival. Walking down the church steps, I felt like I was floating, my feet barely touching the ground. I'd really done it. Maybe Lucky could have his operation before school started. I couldn't wait to tell Selma. I took the long road past the camp on the way home. I marched right by the no trespassing and all visitors must register at the security building signs with my head held high to the Winthrop Blueberry office to check in. Opening the door, I saw Mr. Winthrop himself at the coffee machine. His eyes widened to see me. I'm here to see my friend Selma, I said. She's a kid and she works here. The sign outside says I need to register. They must not get many kids from town out visiting friends at the camp. Mr. Winthrop didn't seem to know whether he needed me to check in or not. And he's the boss. Just go on ahead, he said. When I knocked on the door at number 57, Mrs. Santiago opened it, wearing a tank top and shorts. She put her finger to her lips. Shh, sleepy, she whispered. Heat rushed to my face. Their whole cabin was only one room, so it was like I'd knocked on someone's bedroom door. Is Selma here? I whispered. It's me, Lily, the girl with the dog who brought the pork pie. Well, it wasn't the dog that brought the pork pie. It was me. I was thinking in my head, why am I telling her this? Her dark brown eyes were kind and understanding. Maybe she wasn't understanding everything I said, but she was listening like it mattered. I appreciated that. Lily! Selma pushed her way past her mom. I was just getting ready to come to the store. Shh, Mrs. Santiago said. My dad is taking a nap. Selma grabbed my arm. Come on, let's go to the playground. I didn't even know there was a playground at the camp. I followed Selma out behind the last line of cottages to 3 big swing sets, the strong metal kind, like we had at our school playground. On the first set of swings, 3 boys were swinging standing up. Ooh! 2 little girls swung on the second set, so Selma and I went right for the empty third set. I had to come because I couldn't wait to show you something. I pulled the brochure for the Blueberry Festival out of my pocket and sat down on the swing next to Selma. I did it! I rented a booth at the festival. Selma grinned. That's great, Lily. Now we just have to paint as many bee houses as we can. She looked through the brochure. Wow, I didn't know there were so many things you could do with blueberries. In the brochure, there was even a photo of Hannah wearing her sparkly blue pageant dress and her Downey's Blueberry Queen crown that she won last year. She looked extra fancy with 2 locks of her blonde hair curled, one on each side of her face, and the rest of her hair in a wispy bun. Her whole face shone with a just one gleaming smile. "That's my friend Hannah," I said. "Wow, she's pretty," Selma said, admiring. I nodded. "The pageant is always on Friday night, and then the booths open the next day. I told Mrs. LaRue that bee houses would be her main thing, but maybe we should sell some food too. Not everyone has a garden, but everyone likes to eat." So Mrs. LaRue wrote us down as food and miscellaneous so we could keep our options open. "What food would we sell?" Selma asked. Maybe blueberry pies?" I suggested. "Lots of booths sell those, and I've had plenty of practice making them with Mamaire." "But if booths sell them, ours won't be special," said Selma. "We should make something different, something no one else has," Selma said. "How about blueberry enchiladas? Those are good, and I bet they'd be different." But I was thinking, maybe blueberry enchiladas would be too different. The whole point was to make money. Selma was being really nice helping me, though, and I didn't want to hurt her feelings. "Are they hard to make?" I asked, buying myself some time to think about it. "Easy as pie," she said, and she laughed at her joke. "Actually, they're easier to make than pie. I could show you. We can make a test batch. Can we use your kitchen?" "Of course," I said, and immediately felt bad because she had to share one kitchen with a whole bunch of families. "That's no problem. Are you sure you want to help, though? You've already helped me with the bee houses." "I'd do anything for Lucky." Selma pushed off the swing and started swinging. "And that's what star friends do." "Right." And I pushed off too. Pumping with my legs, I went higher and higher. Up, up, and whoosh, back down. My hair rushed behind me and then in front of me. "I'm flying," Selma said. "Me too." I tried to look over at her, but my hair immediately got in the way. The ground sped past. Up I went until my toes appeared to touch the roofs of those little blue cottages. Then I went even higher. I almost felt like I was touching the faraway blueberry barrens. Free falling down, down, down I went. My hair streamed down in front as the ground rushed toward me, and then the swing grabbed and threw me up the other side. I clenched my teeth. Blood rushed in my head, making my ears pound. Higher! This time, my toes seemed to skim the mountaintop above the barrens. It was breathtaking to go so high. It was scary, but I didn't care. I'd always thought of being brave as a big thing. Fighting aliens or sailing across the ocean or singing in front of a whole church full of people all by myself. Maybe bravery didn't have to be that big, though. Today, I'd only felt a little bit braver than I was scared. Just enough to tip the scales. But that was all I needed. I'd done brave and big thinking things. I'd rented a booth. I'd gone to camp by myself. I'd made a star friend, and I was swinging like I could fly. I imagined that little bit of extra brave as a beach stone, small and hard and smooth worn. I wrapped my hand, Solon wants to play. I wrapped my hand around that pretend stone to hold it tight and swung up again and again until my toes touched the sky. Wow. Have you ever swung so high that it feels like you can touch things really far away? I've definitely done that before. So, thank you for watching. I will read another chapter very soon. And Archie is right here. Is hanging out with me. So I'm going to pet him, and then I'll see you hopefully tomorrow with another video. Bye, everyone.